On September 3, 1943, the British Eighth Army under Field Marshal Bernard L. Montgomery crossed the Strait of Messina from Sicily and landed at Calabria, the toe of Italy, marking the start of the Allied invasion of the Italian peninsula. That same day, Italy's government secretly accepted Allied surrender terms, though the decision was not announced publicly until September 8th. Benito Mussolini had long dreamed of turning fascist Italy into a modern Roman Empire, but a series of defeats in World War II left his nation dependent on its stronger Axis partner, Germany. By the spring of 1943, Italian opposition groups were preparing to overthrow Mussolini and negotiate peace with the Allies, though the heavy German presence in Italy posed a serious obstacle. The campaign to liberate Italy began with the Allied invasion of Sicily on July 10, 1943. Montgomery's Eighth Army came ashore on the island's southeast coast, while the U.S. Seventh Army, under General George S. Patton, landed on the south coast. Facing little resistance from demoralized defenders, the Allies landed 150,000 troops within 3 days. On August 17th, Patton's forces reached Messina ahead of Montgomery, completing the conquest of Sicily and winning the so-called Race to Messina. The fall of Sicily shook Mussolini's regime. On July 25th, pressured by the fascist Grand Council, Mussolini resigned and was arrested later that day. The next morning, Marshal Pietro Badoglio took control of the government and secretly opened negotiations with the Allies, despite the presence of German troops throughout the country. When the Eighth Army landed on the mainland in early September, Badoglio's government agreed to Italy's surrender. Under the terms, Italy would receive lenient treatment if it aided the Allies in driving out the Germans. Later that month, however, German commandos freed Mussolini from prison in the Abruzzo Mountains and installed him as leader of a Nazi puppet state in northern Italy. In October, Badoglio formally declared war on Germany, but the Allied push north through Italy was slow and costly. Rome was finally liberated in June 1944, though a stalemate soon followed as the Allies shifted their focus to the Normandy invasion. In April 1945, the final offensive in Italy began. On April 28th, Mussolini was captured by partisans and executed. German forces in Italy surrendered on May 1st, and 6 days later Germany itself capitulated.